bad one today. Stinks. I've had so many good days in a row. God damn it. Why don't you tell me?
I didn't know. Until
Didn't look?
I saw that screen. I said, "Oh God."
Oh God, yeah, me too.
I pulled the what Dave did to Nate. I was like,
Fuck.
"Oh God."
Damn it. I dread that DM now.
I've got a DM guy who rates me now. You want to know what he rates about me?
What?
I bulge.
How you doing? How you been doing?
So the first one, I gotta wait till today. Now I'm nervous now.
Yeah. I got a DM. I got a new DM guy where he tells me all the things, the off the beaten path things that have happened on this day in history. Today in history, Monopoly was invented. So, yeah.
It's honestly, very sneaky. That's a massive milestone.
I have never in my life played a Monopoly game that ended. I would say 99.5% of Monopoly games don't end. They just start.
They end in you flipping the board over. And
They don't end properly.
Someone forfeits. Someone quits.
Or somebody just walks away. They get tired. Although my hair being bad does take away from this incredible T-shirt. It's Grandmama Larry Johnson of the Charlotte Hornets and the Knicks.
I'm aware.
LJ.
Yep. 4-point play.
Mm-hmm.
UNLV, the Running Rebels.
Yep. Should have won 2 national titles. Only won 1. Not a great look for the Bench Mob boys here. Can we show their chairs? I don't know what's going on with the Bench Mob boys. So just not. Were you told they weren't going to be here, or were you told Marty wasn't going to be here?
I was with Marty like 5 minutes ago. I don't know.
Marty's out there, right?
I don't know where he went. He wasn't out there a second ago, but I was talking to him not long ago.
He was just in. There was no.
I'm not sure where he is.
There was no indication anything might be wrong.
I would imagine some sort of bench mob meeting. I know we were planning out our streaming schedule this week. Obviously, it's championship week. We got a lot going on. We'll be streaming a lot, pretty much all week, all day.
From here in Hoboken.
I believe we're going to be doing here Wednesday, Thursday.
Yeah.
And then Hoboken Friday, Saturday, I believe, and then some Sunday maybe as well.
Sunday's just I always feel like
there's a few big games. I think like Big Ten championship, like SEC championship. I think maybe,
but it's still not like Sunday's a letdown. Like
Selection Sunday
because it's Selection Sunday. Like you wake up and even the games that are on, you're like, okay, can we just move through this? Can we just get on through this?
I mean, at that point, you're not changing a ton of seeds. Maybe like this seed flip or something.
Let's go ahead and get to the meat and potatoes. Give me the selection show, and then of course, selection show starts, and Greg Gumbel starts talking, and it's just one of the best 30. Used to be 30 minutes now, an hour of the year. We're just not showing up to work now. All right. So Rico, excused absence. I will allow Rico an excused absence. Apparently, can we?
No, Marty's at work. Like that's I know he's around here.
He's here somewhere.
He is here.
Can we do a Mintzy tour check? Because last night I'm concerned about Mintz because he's now been on the road for 3 weeks and he does tweet at least twice a day for 30 seconds at a time. So last night he tweeted out that he's officially out of gas and he can't.
Hey, those eyes. I mean, I thought he was going to drop right there.
Yeah, it's tough. It's tough. But he did. The Mintzy tour is now officially over, I believe.
Final score, Baylor 9, LSU 6. I'm going to keep this short and sweet. It's after midnight.
Yeah, he's asleep.
He can barely keep his eyes open.
Field. I'm exhausted.
Look at those eyes.
Over. But
he hasn't slept in a month.
See you tomorrow, New York.
Eyes looking like one of those old Nerf Turbo footballs with the grooves in it. So the Mincy tour is over. He'll be back presumably tomorrow, although I guess he
didn't even tweet Monday morning time to go to work again today.
My God. Well, he's not working today. He's traveling.
It's always working for him.
It's a travel day.
I have a question. I don't really understand this whole tour. Isn't this all about the pig thing, the hogs, whatever? Has he done that?
No, it was part of it was the planning of the Hogs for Cogs, which is in April.
Right, and also which he's not doing. Somebody else is doing.
You went on tour for something in April?
Well, this is how they had to plan it.
Marty's right. We're suckers.
Oh yeah. Oh, I mean I've accepted that.
Where's Marty Mush?
Him and Jake are got to be in a meeting or something because Jake was gone too, like 5-10 minutes before I walked over.
Okay. Well, okay, good. I got a DM saying fire T-shirt today. All right, that helps. That helps me for when the bad hair DM gets here. I had a rough weekend.
Gambling or just in life?
I had a fine weekend gambling. Just in life. I had some kid issues. It was.
Oh no.
Yeah. Goldfish died. It was.
Oh God.
It was a rough.
R.I.P.
So I had a huge splinter problem.
Oh God.
For the kid. Big 2-inch splinter goes in, and it's one thing after another.
Pliers.
Oh yeah, and I had to. I all day just trying to get him to let me do it. Finally, he falls asleep, and I bum rush him at night. Yeah.
Cut him off guard?
I got him at night.
Oh, man.
But I got it before he even woke up. So, all right. We got plenty of college basketball to talk about. We got plenty of pro basketball to talk about. Everything is going on in the world. Of course, we are headed towards Selection Sunday. It is championship week. Just off the top of your head, which conference tournament? If let's say I had unlimited money and I could give you tickets, and I guess you got to take out the fact that you're an Ohio State fan, even though that might be your answer anyway. Plus, Ohio State ain't looking good. Anyway, I give you tickets for the entire week's worth of games. Which tournament you going to?
I might go to the Big East.
Really, the Big East, right here in the Garden?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
What about?
SEC would be great also. Big 12 would be – actually, I would say I might stick with Big East. I'll say the next one would be Big 12. Big 12 would be awesome because I think that's I think there's teams like TCU's in there that can get hot, and there's just so many good matchups early because the conference is so deep.
Yeah.
Like that'd be an awesome.
I never feel this way about the SEC in basketball, but I'm starting to feel like they're going to be really, really fucking good in March because you got your top 4 teams, which – I don't really believe in Auburn as much as anybody else, but Auburn, Kentucky, Arkansas, Tennessee, I think we all agree those will be tough outs. And their 5th and 6th are LSU and Alabama. They're going to be really I think really good teams.
I think LSU will be a tough out with the defense.
Both of those teams could I could see them going to Sweet 16.
Yeah, Sweet 16 for sure. For sure.
So we got all the tournaments. Of course, I'm trying to stall until Marty gets here so we can talk about Duke losing because my God. My God!
We can talk about Ohio State losing.
No, let's just go. There'll be plenty. There's plenty of meat on that bone. All year, they've toured him around and they've got him to doff his cap, and everybody cheers him, and everybody says these things, and everybody. It's a love fest, and it's been sickening. The man has been an attention whore all his life and all this season. And finally, on the big day, when they bring back 200 ex-players, when it's cost $30,000 a ticket to get in, Krzyzewski, Coach K goes out there and gets his fucking ass beat. That's delicious. That's fantastic.
It was awesome.
It's awesome.
So obviously we did a stream. It was phenomenal because I had the over, and I ended up taking UNC. It got some sense sucked in there before the game. I was like, we just kind of had a moment where besides Marty, the entire group that was streaming was like, Duke has way too much pressure on them in this game.
Right, yeah.
Like 11 is far too many points. And to the point that Hank, who is a known Duke fan, actually cashed out his Duke bet and bet on UNC. Jerry also did the same. He bet on UNC as well, also Duke fan. So Marty was the only one in the room that bet on UNC.
Jerry and Hank are Duke fans?
Yes. Hank, I'm sure Hank.
Where do we find these Northeast motherfuckers that just like Duke?
Because they're good, I guess. I don't know.
I don't know.
I didn't come. My dad wasn't a Duke fan. I have no ties, but I had one friend growing up whose family was a big Duke fan.
You know why it's great that they lost? Because you have some great players on Duke, and nobody was saying anything about it. Saturday wasn't about the players at all. They're out there busting their ass. It's, by the way, I'm assuming if they got any, it's senior night for them too, right? So. But no, it's all about the coach. It's all about him. Let's all give him his flowers. They've been doing it all year. And the fact that Duke reportedly was mad that North Carolina didn't suck his dick when they came a couple of weeks ago is the most beautiful thing I can remember in sports.
Did they not do a senior day? You saying that just made me, because we were watching the intro because people were, I was excited because I had Kansas and the game was ending as the Duke game was starting on TV and they were split screen Duke or Texas Kansas OT with Duke, and I don't recall there being any sort of
They might have done it
senior day acknowledgement unless they did it a game early, or I don't know how they.
That's exactly what they would do. They would do it a game earlier. Even though you're going to be your last game, this isn't about you guys. It's about your coach. That's a terrible culture. That's a really shitty culture.
Did you watch the thing after like the game?
It was pathetic.
It was so funny though.
Yeah.
Like him just being like, first off, like, I'm sorry, apologizing for the way they played and how bad they were. Oh my God, it was just unbelievable.
But and like the guy's such a narcissist. I don't feel like he was actually sorry. I feel like he was mad at them for doing that to his day.
He's like, you're making me look like an asshole.
Right? Yeah.
He's because he went in the locker room first after the game and then came back out, and they did the whole scenario with his family on the chairs and the players like right there and all that. It was just.
So my question
man,
is
awesome.
now. I mean, the thing about college basketball in 2022, this season right here, you're never as good as your last game. You're never as bad as your last game. The good times don't last. We came remember last weekend was the weekend that the top 6 teams lost.
Yes. And like 9 or something.
And then you had Duke in Wisconsin had big wins, and they jumped way up, and everything's going to happen. Everything's great. Last Monday, Duke was the belle of the ball. I didn't do it.
I know who did it.
Duke was the belle of the ball, and then they go out. So, all right. Hi, Marty.
Hello.
Where you been?
KFC radio. Sorry.
AFC Radio.
Yeah.
Duke thing?
No, actually, just telling him about how I live my life.
Old Marty's back?
Old Marty's so back.
Yeah.
He's back. Do
I
I
like
feel
old Marty
back?
a lot better.
I feel back.
The Clapper thing is something.
The Clapper thing was funny.
Yeah.
And it's actually very helpful. That light is really far away to actually do it, and it's 3 claps. So the Clapper is also way ahead of its time. If it came out now, I think we would go bananas.
Well, it is out now.
If it came out like the first time now.
Yeah, I think you might be right.
Right?
So.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whew.
Yeah, it was bad. It was bad.
Do you think do you think making it? You've got players that bust their ass for the program, and Saturday wasn't about them. It was about this old geriatric man.
They don't really do senior day for Duke.
Why not? Do they have seniors?
They just really don't. And also, yeah, their seniors like play 6 minutes usually anyway.
Yeah, but those are the guys you honor because they've never been able to get any flowers, so you give it to them.
But everyone's saying that. It's like, I mean, it's Coach K. 40 years is a long time. They're going to honor him. And it wasn't even – he did a 2-minute speech. 2-minute speech.
I know, but this
he had to because it was so bad.
This whole season building up to that has just been a gigantic fart.
Well,
It's made his legacy look bad to me.
They have to win the championship.
Can that happen on Saturday and then you bounce back to win a championship? If you can, wow, what a story.
I almost think that's like a weird like good loss.
How?
Because
your rival?
you can't laugh, Nebraska.
No, you can't laugh.
No, I know I can laugh because we beat you.
Well, you lost to Nebraska.
But you lost to us.
It doesn't matter.
We'll get to that. But the laugh was right.
Yeah, it was.
It's not like it cannot be a good loss.
You got smoked. And
It's like maybe it's like, all right, like we don't want that feeling ever again. It's one of the most embarrassing things in the world. If they win a championship, this is all null.
So of course it is.
Yeah.
I don't know if they can win the championship, but
I mean, you can't. You obviously they can win it. Like, this year's so wide open, they can win it.
Well, you get to a pressure-filled moment like that, and you just bust like that. I don't know how are they going to perform in March? How are they going to perform in an Elite Eight game when they're playing a better team than Carolina with all the stakes if they couldn't come through here?
You know, it's fair questions you're asking.
And I feel like the players have been totally disrespected in this whole thing. They've been treated like shit. They're Duke's players. It should be about them, not him.
I think you're completely wrong.
Okay.
Where I think like it is obviously still about these players, but like if you're gonna honor a guy who's been there for 1 year or 40.
This motherfucker got his school to ask the NCAA to, if possible, to put them in Chicago because that's his hometown.
Yeah, of course.
That's
where else you want him to go?
1,500. The East? It's 1,500 miles from North Carolina.
Yeah, he wants to go home. I mean, it's his year. Let him do whatever the fuck he wants. And you guys can't. I will say the Bert and Ernie crying, one of the funniest criers out there.
It's a good-looking shirt on you.
It fucking. I feel.
I'm a big baby blue guy.
I literally feel disgusting. It's fucking Tyler Hansborough. Here you go. It's the reason.
Wait, hold on. Can we go back? JJ Redick was here today.
Yeah.
And you're wearing that?
Yeah. So I said there's 3 people I'd ask for a picture. 3, because Eli I've already talked to now, so I'm like whatever. Derek Jeter, Larry David, JJ Redick. And today I had to wear this fucking thing. And he's like, was so confused by me asking for a picture.
Yeah. Did you tell him?
I told him, I was like, yeah, I lost a bet to Tyler Hansborough. And like, that didn't trigger something nice for him, you know? Yeah. And also, that's a good height for me, by the way. That's a good win for me.
So I walked up this morning, and he must have just left.
Yeah.
He was standing outside, and I'm walking out, I'm like, who's this fucking hipster, just this tall-ass hipster just standing in front of the office?
Can we get
I get close to him, I'm like, oh, that's fucking JJ Redick.
Yeah, he's hot, too. Hot guy.
He's a good-looking guy, for sure.
Speaking of good heights, can we get the pic of Jerry with him?
Jerry told him that he has a size 7 foot. He lost his.
Anyway, so it ain't all about Duke, because your team,
Listen, no, but see,
I'm sucking high and tit right now
this,
too.
This is where this is what this last week did to me, and I think this last loss broke me. Where I've heard Dan say it in the past, and it resonated with me now.
Look at that.
I think after what happened last year, losing to Oral Roberts, and what this team's done, I think I can't be hurt by this team.
Marty, look up. Do it again.
It's like his baby.
They can't hurt me. Also now, last year we were a 2 seed.
Yeah.
This year we're going to be like a 7.
Yeah.
So losing to a 10-1 isn't like crazy. And 2, I wouldn't be shocked at all if we lost to the lower seed.
The thing about it is, again, I think this season in college basketball is the most parity we've seen in a long time. There is no favorite, and the second you think you're on solid ground, you're not.
Yep.
Last week, the top 6 teams lost, and Duke at 7 had won, and we thought, okay, well, they're going to be a number 1 seed now. Okay, it just opened up for them, and they fall on their face. Same thing for Wisconsin. Wisconsin, gigantic win over the last couple of weeks. They stormed the court on Tuesday, Wednesday, whenever it was. They stormed the court, and then Nebraska beats them. Also, by the way, Nebraska might be the best team in the country.
No, I said, and look at their March resume. 2 ranked wins, big wins, on the road, both on the road. They turned a leaf.
2 things. 1, Rico was right. Wisconsin's not that good without Johnny Davis. But second,
what kind of statement is that?
It's a joke. But the second thing, Nebraska's now their 2 best players against Wisconsin. One got thrown out.
One was
hurt.
out. Yeah, he had a hand injury.
That's crazy. And at Wisconsin, like where they can just, the funniest thing was, at Wisconsin on Tuesday, Greg Gard was, after they recorded part of my take, came in and say hello, and Dan literally the first thing is, just don't lose it with Nebraska. It's a letdown game. It's a look ahead game. Don't lose it. He said it 6 times to him. They lost.
That stinks.
Yeah, it's bad.
And I know Johnny Davis didn't play the last 17 minutes and 49 seconds.
He might be like hurt her. I don't know.
But it's still
update on him.
Still the worst team in the Big, or one of the worst teams in the Big Ten.
They
should be able to win that without your star.
For sure. They weirdly just started playing kind of good like the last month-ish. They played better, but I mean, they're still Nebraska.
All right, so by the way, I believe Nebraska the only Power 5 team to never win an NCAA tournament game.
Wow.
So you can take that little trivia and put it in your trivia knowledge.
Okay.
The only Power 5 team to never win an NCAA tournament.
You think Fred Hoiberg's the guy?
What are you doing? Did you have to do that?
He does this.
Did you have to do that?
Yes, actually I did.
Why?
Like your shirt.
Thank you. Why did you have to do that?
Why'd you have to? I'm just placing something here and I'm going. I have to go to something and I'm probably going to be late. I don't want to put this on Zyra teacher to walk it in and pass it out, so I put it here so everyone's taken care of for 1 o'clock.
So instead of going to the production room where they produce the shows to give them the sheet to give us, you interrupted the live show.
That's then putting something that's going on then. You couldn't just shut up for 3 seconds.
That's their job. That's their job.
In his defense, you interrupted the live show, Brandon.
Correct.
When have I interrupted the live show?
You stopped the show to talk to him.
Every day.
We were talking college basketball, and Stephen Che just walked in.
He didn't do anything. You stopped the show.
Relax. And I just put that there because I knew you'd make us stink.
And here I am making a statement.
And here we are.
Here we are.
Okay.
Also, I'm not sure that shirt fits on you. It's not long enough in the back.
Okay, whatever. I wear a large.
He shrugs it off.
Get the fuck out of here.
Steven, I rode the Sadiq Bey prop. Let's go. I've been riding the research, Steven.
Yeah.
Doing well.
No, let me tell him. Get the fuck out of here.
Fuck you.
You fuck you.
Fuck you.
Fuck you.
You gotta love a good fuck you off.
That was ridiculous. You can't give the sheets to Za and TJ. Oh, I don't want to put too much on. They can't hand a sheet out.
He's done that like a lot lately.
TJ's going to walk in here between shows to adjust the mics anyway because Sass never knows how to work his mic, so TJ has to fucking fix it for him. Whatever. I don't care. You know, I've heard a lot of people on the streets looking at me and saying they'd fuck me. They would. They really would. You know
I don't think
why?
anyone's ever said that.
Trying to sell some fucking shampoo.
Right.
Obviously they have. I have 4 kids.
Not on the street.
You don't know where I got my wife?
Where'd you meet your wife? Is it the time and place?
At a hamburger joint. Stafford's Big Burger in West Point, Mississippi. She was getting a cheeseburger, so was I. Wood is our men's grooming line offering products across hair, body, beard, and shave. Wood works and smells as good as it looks. I got the Golden Hour in my hair right now. Golden Hour has smooth brandy and Madagascar vanilla. Doesn't that sound sexy? The Summer House is coastal lavender and sea salt. These are all scents and stuff. Fresh Tracks, oak moss, and pink pepper. Pink pepper sounds wonderful. I use the shampoo, the conditioner. There's the body wash, moisturizer, deodorant, facial cleanser, face scrub, beard conditioner, oil, shave cream. You guys both have beards?
I got it all.
Oh, yeah.
I have it all in my bathroom.
All of it.
Mm-hmm.
All the Wood products. You look good.
I actually just ran out of the body wash because I've used so much.
So all products are $15 or less, and you can get them at CVS, your local CVS. We all have a CVS near us. Or go to getwood.com. That's WOULD. Getwood.com or your local CVS to look, smell, and just be great. All right. So Jerry Palm of CBS. Here are his.
Why do you only bring up Jerry Palm?
I don't like the other guy.
Okay, that's fine. I don't like all of them, honestly.
I don't like the other guy. I don't like
Minardi?
because Jerry Palm isn't pimped out as much as Lenardi, and Lenardi will always be touted and saying, "Oh, he got 63 of 68 right." It's pretty easy to get most of the field right.
Oh yeah,
because most of the field is automatic qualifiers and then obvious ones. You're really only picking between 6 or 8 teams every year.
No, they. I think PMT made a joke about it last year. Like they wanted Jake to start doing it. That's why he's doing the thing this year because literally anyone can do what he does.
If you just go by percentage, it would be impossible not to get 95% of the field every year.
I was gonna say getting less than 60 would be impossible.
Yeah, it would.
It's so obvious.
How would you? Because every conference has their 5 or 6 automatics that are going to get in. You know they're going to get in, and then you have, of course, the lower teams that have their automatic bids, and it's whatever.
he's got one of the worst has pieces in the world.
I don't like Lenardi. I'm trying to tell you that.
He's got bad teeth.
And he's a fraud, and I agree with you.
They like ESPN trots him out every March and treats him like a rock star.
Yeah, like he's a savant.
And CBS doesn't do that with Jerry Palm, so that's why I use Jerry Palm.
Mm-hmm.
Does that answer your fucking question?
He's got bad hair.
Jerry Palm probably doesn't have great hair either.
No, Jerry Palm doesn't have bad.
Oh, does he? I also don't like the name Jerry Palm.
I don't either.
Bad name.
Yeah, it's weird.
Joe Lenardi, great name.
Yeah,
That's half the battle. That's half the reason why he has a job.
So here's Jerry Palm's number 1 seeds. I want you to tell me who's the realest and who's the fakest. Are you ready? We're going to go all 5 seed lines, or the top 5 seed lines.
Yeah.
Here are the number 1 seeds, realist or fakest. Number 1, Gonzaga, Auburn, Arizona, Baylor. Who's the realist, who's the fakest? I am going to go on record right now. I've said it throughout the year. Gonzaga's eventually going to win a national title. Why not this year? This might not be their best team. They might have technically been a little better last year, but you don't have to have your best team to win a national title. You just have to be the best team that year or the best team in the tournament. I think Gonzaga wins the national title this year.
I don't.
And I think Auburn is a big fat phony. I think Auburn's fake as hell. I think you get them away from that Coliseum down there and the new place down in Auburn, and they are completely average.
It's hard to be. I see where you're coming from. It's hard to be a phony though when you have like the number 1 pick pick in the draft, where it's like he could just go on that run.
He could, but I feel as top level guys go, I don't know that I see him taking over a tournament. There are moments when he kind of disappears into Auburn's attack.
There is.
Well, I think part of it is they just don't like. There's certain times when they should give him the ball and they don't.
And that's a problem to me.
No, that's fair. No, it's a fair point. Because I agree with you. I think they're a team that and I like them. Like I said, I have a future on them. I think I've slowly my liking them has decreased, but they're definitely a team that I think they get through the 16 seed no problem, and then that 8-9 game is probably becomes a scary game.
Dude, a lot of 8-9 games are going to be very scary.
That's what I'm saying. Like those matchups are going to be really interesting. It just depends on how it falls to you. It's like I think there's some 8 seeds this year that could that maybe lost some games they shouldn't have lost, but they're better than they are. That really are maybe 4 seed quality teams.
I'm just pulling up.
Just fall into that spot.
I'm just pulling up Auburn's schedule because I want to go over their road schedule. All right.
Oh, the last month and a half, it's been bad.
So
they look bad on the road.
It's going backwards. They won in Starkville in overtime. I mean, they shouldn't have won. Very well could have lost that. They lost at Tennessee by 5. That happens. They lost at Gainesville. They lost in Fayetteville. Which is, again, they won 74-72 at Georgia.
And it was they scored the last second. They were losing.
They won 55-54 at Missouri. This team away from Auburn is very, very, very average.
Yeah.
And I don't think that's going to play in the NCAA tournament. What about you guys? Have you said real or fake?
I honestly the 4 you just laid out. I don't love any of them. I guess I would have to say Gonzaga. Because Arizona, I believed in more earlier in the year. They're starting to be a little fraudulent to me.
Really? Have they been? Really?
Well,
I just think they
I just don't think the Pac-12 is very good.
I just think they just get when they get hot, they can shoot the 3 well when they. I guess everyone can shoot the 3 well when they get hot, but they just have the certain when they get hot, they get really hot and they can just blow people out of the gym like they did to USC last week. But they throw up some stinkers sometimes that I don't know if I trust them.
And I still think Baylor's got.
They just have
issues that are going to short.
Yeah, they're confusing because they are still winning big games without some of their guys, and that's a big hit. But they have they're almost like the same team as last year, but just so many people, the same players.
Yeah,
but I don't know.
The team I trust to go the furthest out of those 4 would be Gonzaga.
All right,
so I guess I'll say that.
I unfortunately agree.
All right, two seed line, Duke, Kansas, Purdue. Kentucky.
I think the 2 line's almost scarier than the 1.
I trust Kentucky the most.
Kentucky, well, I see that's the thing. You say that, and I say it as well, but they've been so banged up, it's tough.
Here's my issue with Kentucky. I feel like they've gotten more credit after losses than a lot of teams get after wins this year. It seems like they've had close losses to Arkansas, close losses to Auburn, and you come out saying, yeah, but when this Kentucky team gets rolling. Okay, well, when they're going to fucking get rolling?
I think it's more not rolling. I think it's when they get healthy.
Okay, is that going to happen?
Arkansas, everyone was there, and they're like, well, Ty's a little rusty. I'm like, well, it's still the game. Right. That's what they're dealing with, and that's why.
Baylor's the same way, and they're winning games.
Yeah, Baylor, but the problem is Baylor's guy is actually out. Ty is back, and what's his name's back too. But
I think
they're dangerous.
I think Kentucky's fake.
Really?
I think they've gotten a lot of credit this year for what they could be, and they haven't showed it yet.
I don't agree because Shibwe is fucking
I think he's the player of the year.
He's great,
insane.
He's incredible.
And they have the guards
Kellen
to go
Grady's
with it.
fucking awesome.
Yeah, they have Toppin's good. Mintz is actually good.
Okay, so Duke, Kansas, Purdue, Kentucky. Who do you trust to go the furthest?
I trust Kentucky.
Okay.
Number 2 would be Kansas in the power ranking.
See, I don't even know if I agree with I think Duke, Kansas are almost the same.
So I got the wild card here. I like Kentucky the least, and I like Purdue the most, and I understand Purdue's issues.
Against everything.
No, I've said this. I've said this for a couple weeks.
He has said he likes Purdue.
I just feel like in this tournament, Jaden Ivey is going to be more of a difference maker than he is in real life in the regular season, and that's a lot. But he's going to get a better whistle. Somebody's going to figure out a way to stop him, and their defensive issues are a problem, but I think they're going to outscore teams in the tournament.
It's cliche at this point to say just defense. I just don't trust it. It's that.
No, their defense, but even their offense, where it's Jaden Ivey is that guy, but sometimes they try and go to Edey or Williams too much, and that slows down everything.
So much that sometimes just run. You got the shooter. Stefanovic. You got the shooter and the explosive guard, and sometimes they'll come down the half court and say, "Here, Williams, just back him down for 20 seconds." Or here, Edie. Like, you don't have to serve two masters. You can be a fast, explosive team because you have that ability. I don't know why they want to be both ways.
They should run through Ivy and Stefanovic, and then like once they get in trouble,
they can pass it down.
Because when they go down there and just give the ball out of Ivy's hands, and give it to Edie and slow it down, it's like you don't want your offense just being that.
And when Williams gets it down there, the other four guys can just leave.
Yeah, he doesn't pass.
That ball's gone.
Edie's a little bit the same though. Williams he'll dribble a little bit more. Like Edie, they're just dumping in. He's just looking for.
I also understand why they give it to Edie. Like in person, honestly, like I even talked to Wall, the guy on Wisconsin. Goes, he's 6'9", 6'10". He goes, dude, that guy is so big, and he's like,
he's legit like 7'3".
You can't do anything against him because he's so big, and he just turns around and goes like this, like you can't block him. So I understand it, but sometimes like he just slows it down so much it just ruins your like the rhythm.
All right, the 3 seed line: Wisconsin, Villanova, Illinois, Tennessee. Who do you trust to make the deepest run out of that group? Wisconsin, Nova, Illinois, Tennessee.
Illinois.
I think I agree with that. And you know why? Because they were better last year and they got beat. They got beat early. I feel like this is their comeuppance, their comeback.
I agree. Cabello needs to be better, but
that line is tough.
This isn't a great line. This Wisconsin, Villanova, Illinois, Tennessee. That's Jerry Palm's 3 seeds as of right now.
Like Tennessee, I like want to trust them, and I just can't. You just can't. And they always fall on their face in these moments.
They're kind of a 2 steps forward, 1 step back program. Yeah, like every time you trust them, they'll
lose in like the second round somehow. Like they'll lose to like the 6th seed.
Here's my answer. I don't trust any of the 3 seeds. There's none of those 3 seeds scare me.
Illinois is the only one that can like kind of get hot, but like they're so
Well, I think Wisconsin could get hot, but if Johnny Davis is hurt at all,
if Johnny Davis is fully healthy, I might even say Wisconsin.
All right, the 4 seed line is Arkansas. You right?
Yeah.
Arkansas, UCLA, Providence, and Texas Tech. And I know Big Ed loves Arkansas and Texas Tech.
Yep. Those are the 2 I love.
I love them too. I have both futures on them as well.
I think Arkansas might be a little phony too.
I don't think you can even call them phony because they started off so bad. Like they were in a tournament team but I think they finally got their stride.
Yeah.
And they have the right 6 now.
I kind of like Arkansas, UCLA, and Texas Tech.
I trust Texas Tech the most.
I trust UCLA.
I'm not a UCLA guy at all.
They did it last year. Like they're going to get in this tournament, and they're gonna have the experience. In my opinion.
But you don't think that's also added pressure of like everyone's talking about it, they've already done it. Like
but I think them being the 4 seed takes like if they had ended up being a 1 seed, we'd have a different conversation. I think them being the 4 seed, the expectations are a little bit lower.
If you're 4 seed,
I hope they're lower because they were an 11 seed last year, so it's technically an easier road.
But I think they were so like them being like top like 5 team like all like early in the year. Now they're sitting there, they're ranked like 17th. Yeah, like they kind of. I think a lot of people are off them.
So if they're a 4 seed, and we don't know if that's going to happen. If they're a 4 seed, they would play the 1 seed in the Sweet 16, right? So if I'm a team like Auburn or Baylor, I don't want UCLA in the Sweet 16.
No. I think being a 1 seed's like almost harder this year.
Yeah.
Like the 8-9s.
Well, the 4-5s are. I think the 4-5s are loaded too.
I think the 8-9s are also like scary. Like it's a scary second game where you're supposed to have like an okay team.
And the 5 line is Alabama, St. Mary's, LSU, and UConn. You're a big St. Mary's guy, Marty.
They are good. I talk a lot of shit about WCC, but I mean Alabama's just another team. They're not good, but they're also really good. So I don't know.
Seems like a high seed for them.
They have such good wins, but they have such bad loss. I understand. Yeah, I understand. But that's just a team I don't want to play. It's just like you don't know which one you're going to get. But their defense is so fucking bad, and their turnovers are awful.
Are we still doing that sling show tomorrow?
Yes.
All right. 10 o'clock in the morning?
Yeah.
That's what they told me.
Yep, 10.
I'm going to do you that favor, but I need you to re-favor me on Wednesday.
Okay.
I need y'all out of there like at 11:20.
Oh, there?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You can do that?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Any more college basketball you want to talk about?
What are the did you write down the 8-9s?
I didn't get to the 8-9s.
I feel like the 8-9s.
Here, I'll do that right now. Vamp for a second.
Because I think the 8-9s could like even become like a fucking Michigan or like there's a lot of these 8-9s that are scary. But this is why the college basketball's this tournament's gonna be awesome, and even this week's gonna be awesome because I have to watch Duke blindfolded.
So here's Jerry Palm's 8-9s. Okay. Again, Jerry Palm, not Joe Lenardi. Murray State, 8. Wyoming, 9. Okay. Michigan State, 8. San Diego State, 9. Boise State, 8. Creighton, 9. And then TCU, 8. Marquette, 9.
So, first of all,
TCU Marquette. That's
Creighton's an 8-9 every year.
Seems like, yes, they are. Seems like the teams you're talking about might be the 7s. Seton Hall at 7. Ohio State at 7.
Yeah.
Iowa State at 7.
No.
And Iowa at 7.
Iowa's a scary team. You have to watch out for Iowa.
Yeah, you do.
But those 8-9s, like TCU and Michigan State, is not a team you want to play in the second round.
I'm telling you, the winner, if that was a real matchup, TCU Marquette, the winner of that's a tough game.
Yeah.
As a 1 seed, that's a tough game to get.
It's
in the
not
second
like
round.
TCU. Think about this. TCU matched up with Gonzaga the first round. TCU's been playing the Big 12 all year.
Right.
Crazy good teams, and you're playing Gonzaga in the second round. Like
they beat a lot of them.
beaten Kansas. Like they've beaten a lot of good teams.
I might as well just finish it out, right? 6s and 7s and
Yeah, go ahead.
all right, 6s. Colorado State, Houston, Texas, and USC.
That's a line I don't.
Texas is like the only team that can kind of put things together, but they also haven't gotten over that hump.
Listen to this matchup that he's got with Texas. 6 Texas against 11 Memphis.
Oh,
Memphis. They
figured it out.
They might have figured this shit out.
They figured it out. The 7-10s, he's got Iowa State against Miami. He's got Ohio State against Notre Dame.
Scary.
He's got, by the way,
Notre Dame at first.
I fucking hate Notre Dame too. This team keeps pissing on my fucking leg.
he's got Seton Hall against Davidson and Iowa against Xavier.
Xavier's like
No. Say it.
Xavier's playing like out of their way out of the tournament. They've lost. They're 1-5 in their last 6.
Also, a point I wanted to bring up too, because with some of those seeds the last few, you said Mountain West.
Yeah.
I feel like I've always been a big Mountain West guy. I love watching them late night. I feel like they always, like the last couple of years, they like had, like this year, like they're gonna get like 4 or 5 teams in, and they just throw stinkers in the tournament.
You want to pick a 5-12 upset real quick, just based on this bracket that won't be a bracket? He's only got 2 12s in there, but he's got. I'm sorry, he has 2. He's got Michigan in the play-in game, by the way.
Yeah, I could see that as
He's got
well.
Michigan, BYU in the 12 seed play-in game. He's got Rutgers, SMU in the play-in game.
I could tell you right there, whoever wins that Michigan BYU game wins the next game.
All right, so
I feel like that's a stat that's crazy. It's like if whoever wins the playing game wins the next game almost like 80% of the time.
All right, so he's got 2 5-12s listed. Alabama against North Texas, and this one's interesting to me. LSU against number 12 seed Iona.
Iowa?
Iona.
Oh, Iona.
Yeah, it's only 1 letter different.
Yeah, it's close.
It's very close.
North Texas, I'm pretty sure they were the team that beat Purdue last year, right? I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they run that. They play like good defense, like super slow pace, which I could see that fucking with Alabama.
All right, so also this isn't a college basketball show. We got a couple more sports to talk about, just very briefly. So Major League Baseball can't decide on anything. They can't agree on anything, but we have just decided they're getting rid of the shift. They're going to ban the shift, the defensive shift.
That's a thing?
That's a thing.
That's like on the table.
They're going to ban but it seems like both sides have agreed we're going to do that.
I think it's stupid.
Here's my thing.
I think it's great.
Baseball people are such gigantic pussies. When something new comes around, they don't adapt to it at all. In football, if I wanted to put all my defensive players on the right side, I could. You know what the offense would do? They'd run to the left.
But there is some like illegal formations in football where it's like you're not allowed to do.
Fair enough. Good
so
point.
Like that's something where
Not in defense.
But offensively. But I just will never understand the ego of a baseball player. If they shift to the right, fucking lay it down to the left 3 or 4 times, and they'll move back.
And all right, so because I've had this argument a lot. Well, I think it's stupid because, yeah, they figured you out. You should have to change your approach to things. I agree with you.
Right.
And as a person that I had a shift on me every time I came up, it sucked because that's how I hit, and I had to end up trying to figure it out. But you're a Major League Baseball team, but that's also the fun of the game where it's like, holy shit, they figured out you hit to the right. We're gonna put all our guys in the right. I don't think you should ban that.
If the scouting report is this guy can't hit curveballs, it doesn't then become illegal to throw him a curveball.
Exactly. I agree with you. I don't like. You shouldn't be able to ban the shit.
It's a slippery slope too. Is like you're just making a guy line up in a certain spot.
Yeah,
they're on the field. Like
they're going to be zones.
That's what they. Is there like a zone the second baseman like has to be in? You know what I'm saying? Like the shortstop can't go past what
the base.
He can't go past right of the second base.
I don't know how they're going to do it, but
like, how can you not like? Because even when baseball players like they have they kind of look at the pitcher, like the catcher signs, and if they see like a changeup coming, they all move.
Right.
So like, are they allowed to do that? Like that's where it comes a little hairy, I feel like.
And then in fucking college baseball, Vanderbilt's got this thing now. They all wear a wristband, and they see what pitch is coming. So like, as Major League Baseball is moving away from new innovations, college baseball is like moving towards it.
It never made sense. College baseball is the only sport in college that just is not the same at all.
Not even close. Different bats, different everything.
Like basketball, all right, the 3-pointer is a little shorter.
Right.
But like the bats being
football, the hash marks are a little
like 1 foot instead of 2.
And there's some different rules, but like what are we doing?
Baseball, they use totally different bats. And by the way, I know people were getting killed and everything, but college baseball just losing the ping over the years.
Yeah.
Noise of the bat.
The BB cool.
Have you heard the bat now? It sounds like a wooden bat.
Yeah, it's dead.
Yeah.
It's horrible. Speaking of, Mincy tour is still on or off?
Oh, it's over.
It's over.
I mean, how?
Should have seen the guy
Marty.
who was about to pass out last.
Marty, that's not fair of you. The man's been gone for a month, and you want him to keep going?
I know he must be exhausted. I understand.
Did you see the video actually?
No, I didn't.
Look, can we just pull the video up?
I need Marty to see it. It's just, you'll just look at his eyes.
Final score, Baylor 9, LSU 6. I'm going to keep this short and sweet.
He's got double bags.
After midnight, LSU needs to learn how to field. I'm exhausted, and the tour's over. But damn, it's been real fun. See you tomorrow, New York.
Is he back on the wagon?
Barely stand up.
His eyes. I've never seen double bags.
Double bags.
I'm not one to hate on somebody or anything, but he did that. He went to that game himself. He made himself go that game, and then at the end, he only did a 14-second video. Like, you didn't have to go to the game. He made himself
tweeting about so he could buy him. He could buy a ticket.
Oh man,
he's the only one, man. Only Mincy.
23 days.
23 goddamn.
And then he's also, isn't he leaving again in 7 days?
Well, he's going back.
Still shot of us.
He's leaving again to go back when we're all doing something for the tournament.
Yeah, he's going back to stream down there.
He's one of a kind, man.
Hogs for a Cause is going to be awesome.
Hogs for a Cause. I think
he tweeted out the Stoolies need to buy their plane tickets.
I don't even know if he I don't even want to out him, but like he was like, yeah, everyone is involved. Go talk to Caitlin Walker about it. And your sister was like, I haven't heard anything about this.
I ain't going.
No, who's in it? I know, all I know is Glennie Balls.
Crew. I think like Large is going. There's a little crew.
You'll probably go. Y'all probably go too. Because
charity's great. I'm all for the charity. But what is the content? Is it just
just relax? All right.
I love it. I mean, I'm a sucker. I'm the sucker sitting here, and he's in Louisiana, so I appreciate. And
he's on the way back now.
Mintzy's gonna push for us for getting us money.
I'll hit you in the face. I'll hit you in the fucking face.
He might get us more.
So, all right, group text last night. Group text last night.
Funny.
I told everybody, I've had this information for a couple days. I said, listen, guys, there won't be a $1,000 prize this month. Penn's doing a little something here. Hopefully we'll have it back for April. We'll have $1,000. So I'm letting you know now, before we get to the end of the month. I'm not going to be able to get it. Where are we at? I got to go all the way back to when it happened. There will not be a bonus cash this month, yada, yada, yada. and then somebody says, who says it? Oh, Rico says, Mintz, lean on him, please. And I said, Mint, there's nothing Mintz can do. Mintz says, I got it.
You toss some weight around.
He's gonna ask Westy. He goes 500. Maybe we'll get 500. I think Rico was like, nah, push for more mentions.
I did.
Oh, you did. He's
I
like,
said don't sell.
Ho. Marty Mush. Mintz can probably get us $5,000 a month. Don't act like you didn't say shit. Piece of shit.
Listen, Mintzy, don't you dare settle for 500. Throw that weight around. Get us 1,000.
I need to ask Westy if he reached. He definitely reached out.
Whatever.
He's got power. You have to think about it, though. Mincy has power. He just went on a 23-day tour.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. In the NBA,
It was approved.
I think
You got a rental car.
I think college basketball and pro basketball are about to give us a 6 or 8 week stretch. It's going to be incredible. I don't know how many people are really locked into it. College basketball, we've already talked about. There really is no favorite. Parity. It's going to be a great tournament. It's going to be. I think it's going to be awesome.
Why do you say NBA is going to give us a
Pro basketball looks awesome coming down the stretch too. You've got the Sixers. They've kind of gotten themselves to where they are. They're now the number 2 seed. The Celtics are fucking dangerous.
Celtics?
Tatum went for 54 yesterday.
Yeah, Celtics I've seen are unbelievable.
The top 5 in the East right now are separated by 5.5 games. It's the Heat, the Sixers, the Bucks, the Bulls, and the Celtics. That playoff is going to be a fucking world. Like as of right now, if we had round 1 Celtics Bulls, it'll be incredible.
Is Ben Simmons playing yet?
Not yet, no. And
They already said he's not going to play against the Sixers.
the March 10th game against the Sixers.
I think, I'm not even kidding, I think he's going to really help that team.
I don't see how because he's not playing.
Well,
Why is he not playing? What was he doing when he wasn't playing for the Sixers?
His mental.
He's a head case. He's a
Okay,
fucking
fine.
head case.
But
But I think he's going to be in a better environment. No one cares.
how's he going to snap out of it?
No one cares about the Brooklyn Nets in Brooklyn.
How would that? I don't think that's right. He's
think
still in
that's
New
so
York.
true.
I think he's still in New York, and it's still a New York team. The spotlight will be gigantic on.
I don't think it's as.
I don't
big
think-
as- the
I think
Sixers are so live or die by fans where they'll fucking kill it. No one even cares about the Brooklyn Nets. Knicks, they do.
Oh, comparing Sixers to Nets, it's like
It's night and
Nets
day.
really they don't. I'm telling you, it's like in New York. It's I would go. I think this is reasonable to say. Marty can agree or not agree with me. It's like lame to be a Nets fan. It's like
yeah.
a New Yorker. It's like super lame.
Oh man, what bad timing!
You all saying Frank? the Tank is lame?
Bad
It's no
timing.
offense. He's,
Oh, you're saying Frank the
What
Tank's lame?
bad timing!
no, he's
that
from New
is.
Jersey. He's a New Jersey Nets fan. Like as
a
a,
bad
you're like a New,
timing.
he's a New Jersey or he's not a New Yorker.
I love that hat, man.
It is a
says
great hat.
Just
It's an
says
awesome hat. But I'm just saying, like in general, like it's just like looked at, viewed upon as lame to be a Nets fan in New York.
He just ice grilled you.
Yeah, Houston.
He realized
It
it.
was a good wave.
He ice grilled the fuck out of you for a second.
Frank was on the New York Post today. In the New York Post.
Oh, that picture of them.
Picture of them at Frank, Doug's, and Jerry
on the New York Post.
in the New York
Like it's
Post.
just a post. But yeah, I think the NBA is going to be great. LeBron went for 56 this weekend. Tatum went for 54. I like how LeBron. We shit on him. They're going to be in the play-in game. Everything, is he done? Is he this? He's a bad GM. Motherfucker just goes for 56. He's averaging 20, 29, 8 and 8. Like he's
LeBron's. I'm going to say something crazy. LeBron's really good at basketball.
that is wild.
I know. I know. I should be on more shows, but
He also loves Coach K.
he does. Regardless, though, everyone loves to hate the Lakers, and I kind of do too. So I'm with this all, but you can't tell me that you're not scared to play the Lakers, no matter what, playing LeBron and Anthony Davis.
If Anthony Davis will actually play,
If he plays.
Yeah.
Westbrook, I can't believe I cannot. Like, if I was talking to Big Ev, like, if you just a couple of years ago said Anthony Davis, LeBron James, Russell Westbrook are all on the same team,
Yeah.
and they're in 10th place, you'd be like, what's going on?
Yeah, but if you said that in 2014, it would be incredible. But that was 8 years ago.
Yeah, no, I know. That's what I'm saying. It's just, I don't know. The fucking
And in the West, the Suns are incredible.
Suns are.
Paul went out. The Suns are much better.
Who
Lost to the Bucks yesterday, but
if you had to pick your finals matchup right now, who is it?
I think it might be. I think it might be a rematch of Suns Bucks.
I was gonna say Bucks Warriors.
I just the Suns are so fucking good. They do what they do well. They defend, and they've just got a bunch of Swiss Army knives out there. Your Crowders of the world that are just gonna, and then Paul will be back. I don't know if that helps them or hurts them. You also have one of the best scorers in the league, so I think the Suns are incredible. Like the Warriors having a good season, they're 8 games back of the Suns.
By any chance, I mean, no way you were watching Knicks Suns the other night, were you?
No chance in hell.
The fourth quarter, literally, I wouldn't even, as a Knicks fan, I wouldn't even be watching. I had the over.
Oh, that's when Cam.
You don't understand. So they get into a fight, him and Julius Randle. Julius Randle shoves him, gets ejected. I shit you not, he didn't. He must have made 10 threes in in a quarter and a half after that. Yeah. I've never seen anything like a
game winner too, right?
Of a fuck you. He sat there and just made 3 after 3 after 3 after 3. Had a career high. Hits a bank 3 at the buzzer to win by 1. I've never seen anything like that.
Well, that's just what the Suns are, though. Like the Suns are good, like that. And what's he there? Is he their 4th or 5th best player?
Not even, I would say.
Yeah.
But there's the role players that they've built there is fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
That's the difference when I look at like them. Obviously, you see it record wise, but like them and the Lakers, like I genuinely think that's the difference. Like, look at the role players that the Lakers have built. It's just like, like they like with Bridges and like Crowder and like
players 2
Johnson,
through 7 for the Suns are incredible.
So like 2 through like 9, like just so good. Like they really built such a strong core there.
That's what makes the Bucks so good too. I mean, Giannis is Giannis, but their 2 through 7 last year was great, and it still is. 888-STOOL22 is the number. I don't know why I said that. We're not taking calls. That was kind of a tick I just had. What I meant to say was let's do picks. Let's do picks and get to the good stuff. Big Ev, I'll let you lead off because you are the Gambler of the Year, even though right now Mintz is in the lead.
First.
My record's wrong. My units are right, but I'm 15-7. I haven't played them. Can I just show y'all something real quick? Let's look at the 2 sports. Let's go college basketball leaderboard that's down there. Big Ev having a great year in college basketball.
I'm not.
You're not, but whew.
Jesus Christ.
Rico Bosco. Can I get my flowers for the National Basketball Association?
It's a phenomenal record as well. Like 30-something games over 500 is a great record.
Can I just tell, and I've told y'all this before, I have no expertise. I take no picks from anybody. All I do is wake up in the morning, and if the line has moved a point or more off wherever it was, I bet that.
Yeah.
And if the line doesn't move, I don't bet it. If the line moves, I'm doing that. I've been doing it all year, and it's working.
Mine's funny. I was 30.
It doesn't work in college basketball.
Mine was 35-57 down 4 units. I think that's just a GPS.
Yeah, probably is, but it's still doing well.
GPS doing great.
All right, what's your name? Big Ev, get us started.
All right, small slate today, but I figure it's in place. I got San Diego State, or not San Diego, South Dakota State -8, and the over 152.5 in that game. I'm on Furman +2.5 in that championship game versus Chattanooga. I'm on Oral Roberts +1 and Santa Clara +5.5 against St. Mary's today. I think they're live dogs.
I didn't even get my. Oh.
Oh no, hair.
Yeah.
I can see my bulge.
I got one.
Today is March 7th, and your hair looks rough on Pick Central.
What's his name?
I don't know, Mosca something.
Michael told me that. Tell Brendan's hair looks like shit.
Last week was so good too. I had good, really nice, and then today.
Oh no, he did it to me too.
Church DM'd me and said, "Tell Brendan his hair looks like shit."
I don't give a fuck what Church is a piece
and he's
of shit.
a pussy and a child for watching fucking wrestling. Love
That's
Church.
Oh yeah, that's the guy who told me too.
Church is a grown man who on his Twitter account says he's in the Jersey Terry Army. Motherfucker lives in Tennessee and works on Windows.
Damn, I didn't get my bulge rating today.
Some
guy been rating my bulge.
Fuck. What do I do with my hair? I don't know.
I'm getting a haircut soon.
I need to. God damn it! It looks bad. He's right. How does it look good last week and then it looks bad this week? Za, what do I do, man?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
I might pull a sass.
Yo, you should lock it up.
Hair.
Should lock it up. You look great with dreadlocks.
No, because
I feel like I could now.
White people with dreadlocks are nasty as fuck.
You're right about that.
Yeah. All right, Marty Mush.
I got San Fran +14, St. Mary's -5.5, and I got Delaware +5. Small card.
All right, let me see my card, TJ, because I got to be reminded what's on it. It's an all underdog day. All underdog in the association. Rockets, by the way, beat the Grizzlies last night, and they got a huge line today. But I'm going to say they're playing a little bit better basketball. So I got the Rockets. I got the Blazers +14.5, and these both opened at 15.5, and they moved down. So I took them. Pistons opened at like 9, and now it's at 7. Took it.
Haven't they covered the last like 7 in a row or something like that?
Lakers opened at like 5, and it's down to 2.
Right?
So I took it. That's just that's my methodology in basketball right now, and it doesn't work in college basketball. I don't know why. I don't know the difference. Yeah.
Tonight, I believe we're doing a balcony stream. Coin Boys back at it, 9 to 11.
What are you doing on the balcony?
We're streaming iCasino.
Oh, but it's nice outside.
Yeah, we're gonna do a balcony stream. I think we're gonna try and eat the entire dollar menu from the value menu from Wendy's or McDonald's.
Have you done that before?
We did with Taco Bell.
Okay, all right.
You like this logo?
It's a good logo. Fire logo.
Yeah, I love it.
Streams are very entertaining, Marty. Good
Why?
stuff.
But why?
CJ. That was very nice of you.
Why is Dana wearing a cowboy hat in the logo?
That's what we wear on the streams.
Oh, okay.
Some
Congrats
friend
on-
you are, Brandon.
Congrats on Rutgers, by the way.
Thanks. Number 4.
Yeah, it's crazy. They got a double bye.
Super crazy.
Does that help them?
I think it.
Unless a
Old Palm has them in the play-in games.
right, unless a 13 or a 14 makes it to the quarterfinals and beats them.
Don't say
I think
them.
they're
Say
fine.
us.
Are they lined up at
thanks.
Iowa?
I want to say yes.
'Cause Iowa's scary.
Say whatever you want. All right. I guess Mintz will be back tomorrow to recap the Mincy tour.
I don't know if his eyes are gonna open. Have pink eye.
I think he might need a vacation.
Might be the biggest show in the history of Pick Central. The
Yeah.
return of Ben Mintz.
Viewers are double X.
We gotta do something special. I might just take the day off.
The lunch.
I go down south for a few weeks.
You should do that.
All right, the Yak is up next.
I told.